Guys, Jay on the Segway. Look, today's video, I'm going to show you guys how the DJI Mic Mini sounds with the Insta360 AcePro 2. Now, this will work with the Insta360 X3, the X4, the One RS 1-inch, the Ace, and the AcePro cameras. I'm going to try with the AcePro 2 because the AcePro 2 has a couple of tricks that none of the other cameras have up their sleeves. So let me show you how to connect this Mic 2 to the AcePro 2 real quick. That's what that looks like in the helmet. Can you see it? It's right there.
I'm going to talk a little bit louder because the internal mics on the AcePro 2 is also being used. So in post settings on the Insta360 app, you can go into the audio settings and there's a slider. The slider will allow you to go more for Bluetooth and back towards the actual, which is pretty dope. So this camera has a dual mic option, and that's kind of your workaround to using the DJI's Osmo camera. Waterproof solution. As long as your helmet doesn't allow water to get in where your mouth is, this is a full waterproof solution to your wireless audio. It sounds really good with the DJI Mic Mini, as you guys can see. I kind of want to get up to a highway speed once again to kind of give you guys a better idea. So we're going to do that here in a second. I just don't want to get pulled over for speeding. Alright, so this is with me lifted up over my visor, my windscreen, and I'm coming back down to normal riding height. So you guys with windscreens, you can expect your audio to sort of sound like this using the AcePro 2 via Bluetooth with the DJI Mini. And so here we have the DJI Mic Mini inside of my helmet. Now I went on and put the gain settings at like -12 decibel for the Bluetooth mic, and I've turned dual audio off. You guys, when you're motovlogging, you want to definitely make sure, unless you're behind a full fairing motorcycle, kind of like what I am right now, you want to make sure you turn dual audio off. Dual audio has its perks, but when you're riding against heavy wind, it ain't really much of a perk. It's gonna kind of ruin your audio in a sense. So we're full Bluetooth right now. We got the gain turned down all the way because the DJI Mic Mini is right next to my mouth. And since I cannot use, I repeat, when you are using the DJI Mic Mini Bluetooth via Insta360 AcePro, AcePro 2, Ace cameras, X4, X3 cameras, One RS 1-inch, when you are using it with any of those cameras, you will not be able to use noise canceling. I've already tried. I've pressed the the power button, like short press it, it won't turn it on. So you have to like protect this microphone from wind as much as you can, which means if you need to ride with your visor down to keep the wind out of your helmet, do that. Alright, I got the Insta360's preview GPS remote running right now because I want you guys to see the speeds that I am going, so you can determine how, you know, just to kind of give you guys an idea on how it would sound with your motorcycle. So obviously you see I have the visor open. We're going to close it. It's not completely closed, but it's closed, you know what I mean? And this is how it sounds inside the helmet. Again, you want to regulate your voice. Even though the DJI Mic Mini, I do have, like the last time I connected it to my Action 5 Pro, I put the settings so that it would regulate the gain, like get, you know, automatic gain control. I had turned it on in the settings of the Action 5. But I'm not sure if it regulates the volume while connected to another camera like the AcePro 2, the AcePro X4, X3, and 1RS 1-inch, etc., etc., or GoPro. I know the GoPros can now do wireless connections with the Bluetooth remote, Bluetooth microphones. So this is how it sounds, guys. Let me go on ahead and kick some speed up. Okay. So just so you guys can hear. Now, if you guys have certain audio programs, you might be able to adjust that yourself, like Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci, to name a few. They may have options within them that'll allow you to kind of play around with the sound profiles where you can get better audio. I usually use the AcePro camera as a motovlog camera simply because I gotta exercise my cameras. There's no real reason. I just do it because, you know, I use the DJI microphone, I use the DJI camera and the DJI Mic 2 for work vlogs. I might end up using the Mic Mini for my work vlogs because it's a lot smaller, just a little more discreet. Me personally, I would still recommend, when it comes to the AcePro 2, and you can determine, figure out, does this sound good to you? Like, if this sounds good to you, then you're straight. But if you want a little more out of it, guys, just a little more, get the DJI Mic 2 or Mic Mini with the receiver. Just do yourself that favor. That direct connection is something that can never be beat. You know, you always get the best audio when you have that receiver to transmitter connections. Oh my God, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Those are the perks of using DJI system with them. If you guys haven't seen the DJI Action 5, and it'll be Action 4, Action 5, you know, because they work the same way with the DJI Mic Mini and the DJI Mic 2. Go in the description. I should have the links to them down there because I think I've uploaded those videos, or will upload those videos before this one, so you guys can check that out. Because I know there's some people out there who are wanting to get into motovlogging or even vlogging in general. Like, you guys can use this motovlog video as an idea on how it would sound if you were regular vlogging. Like, this is going to be amongst the harshest of situations that you can put these mics through when it comes to just kind of normal use. You know, obviously if you're skydiving or something like that, it can be a lot worse. But if you guys are cycling, if you guys are walking, running, these microphones are going to sound much better because they have less pressurized air hitting the microphone. Does that make sense to you? That would be considered wind reduction. Noise reduction is basically ambient sounds being reduced. So the microphone that's in this microphone, does that make sense to you? It detects sound. It doesn't deal with the pressure, like air pressure. That's what wind reduction would be. When the microphone is detecting pressure going into the microphone and it tries to regulate it. So you usually don't want to use high settings for those types of things, because the higher the settings, the harder the processor inside the microphone is working. And so now if you are talking and you're in an extreme situation, that processor might not be able to keep up or properly keep up with your voice. And so you're going to sound like digitalized and robotic and stuff like that. You don't want that. So try to stay away from high settings with noise and wind reductions. Use the low settings if you have to use it. But but always keep the wind muffs on the microphones. That's your best physical attribute when it comes to just blocking out wind noise, at least, you know what I mean? So anyways, the sun's going down. I'm just gonna get back to the house, put this in the video, put this in the computer on my tablet, and edit it and send it out to you guys. Jay on the segue, guys. Thanks for watching. All right, hit the like button. Don't leave without hitting the like button. I'm out here riding around. Oh, it's 43 degrees now, but it was 18 degrees when I was doing the DJI video. It's freaking brick outside, y'all. So guys, this is like take 6. If you guys could imagine, it is something. So, okay, when you guys first get this microphone. Okay guys, so we're using the AcePro with the DJI Mic Mini 2 receiver plugged directly into the USB-C port of the AcePro 2. And this is how it sounds. We are going to turn the noise cancellation off. All right, so noise cancellation is off, and we're at the lowest settings at -12. We're gonna go to -6 decibels. This is how it sounds with -6. Then we're gonna go to 0 decibel gain. This is how it sounds with 0 decibel gain. And then we're gonna go to +6 decibel gain. This is how it sounds with +6. And then we're gonna go to +12 decibel gain. That's how this one sounds. The internal settings on the AcePro 2, we're at 0 decibels. We're at -6 decibels. The settings on the AcePro 2 is at -6 decibel gain. You don't want to turn it up too high because they'll start to interfere with each other. All right, so you got the DJI Mic Mini receiver plugged into the camera, and let's just say you're running. I'm simulating running right now, and that's what the audio is going to sound like. Did it sound good? Screw all that, guys. Screw all of that. Look, we ran into some issues with this video. I tried to use the AcePro 2. Ooh, that was a good catch. I tried to use the AcePro 2, right? And take the DJI Mic Mini and plug it into the side via USB-C. Now, for you guys who are doing regular vlogging, this will work, okay? This will work just fine with the DJI Mic Mini. It'll even work just fine working just via Bluetooth. Like if you just had the DJI Mic Mini transmitter and Bluetooth it to the AcePro 2, that'll work just fine. But if you guys wanted premium audio out of this type of setup, you'd have to plug the receiver into the camera. The problem is when you're motovlogging or you're scooter vlogging, regular walking handheld might not be too bad, but it's the shaking and the vibrating. This thing is really light. It's sort of flimsy. See that? That's enough to ruin the audio and make it sound like something. So, okay, when you guys, the solution is for you motovloggers, if you have an AcePro or AcePro 2, you guys are going to have to get that microphone adapter. Wait, this is the wrong one, which sucks, okay? Well, not the adapter, but the fact that you have to purchase this separately sucks. Plug it into the side of the camera, make sure it's plugged in there nice and tight, right? And now what do you do with the receiver? Because you can't plug the receiver directly into the camera. So what do? Well, Insta360 sells this little mount right here. It's like a 2-in-2, so it's like an L-shaped mount that will literally snap to the bottom of the camera like this, giving you a magnetic side piece. Then you have to turn around and buy this cold shoe mount, this magnetic cold shoe mount, separately again. And that will just snap into the side of that. And now you have this good old handy dandy extra bit of bulk that you have to walk around with on this camera. Insta360, if you're watching, you see this Action 5 Pro? You see this cold shoe mount door right here? You see that? That's what we need. We need this on the side of this camera instead of all this, us motovloggers, because we got all this extra weight on our face, and we gotta have that strong neck just to actually make it work if we want to motovlog using your cameras. And I like using your cameras for motovlogs, but I don't want to have to put all this stuff in here just so that I can slide the DJI mic receiver, right? Then I gotta get a 3.5mm cable and plug it into your microphone adapter, and then plug the other one into the DJI Mic Mini's receiver. And I gotta ride around on my motorcycle with all this on, all of this, guys. Look at this.
in all its glory. This is a heavy unit for motovlogging, especially if you're doing a road trip. You're going to be out on the streets for a while. You're going to want to take this off your helmet. And this is a really good helmet camera. Insta360, once again. We need this. That's a cold shoe mount. DJI actually made this themselves. Well, they probably contracted someone to make it for them, but it's there. It's what we need, all right? Give us this so we ain't got to have all of this, man. Jay on the Segway, thanks for watching. Peace.